Okay, so life on my own terms also involved selling everything that I owned and living out of 3 backpacks for 4 years. So I sold everything I owned in 2012 and began to run and grow my business as a digital nomad from countries like Brazil, Thailand, Costa Rica, Bali, Mexico, and soon Spain. I'm very excited to spend my summer in Barcelona this year. And so I'm completely committed to helping others claim the freedom to live their lifestyles of their own design. And I know that this is the promise of internet-based business, but figuring out how to create an abundant location-independent business with quote unquote passive income streams is the holy grail that so many of us have been overwhelmed trying to find. So I'm going to break it down for you in 6 manageable steps. So before we hop into those 6 steps, I just want to clarify with you that you are in the right place. If you find that all the information that you've been consuming online has left you utterly confused about what the most powerful next step you need to make is in your business, you're in the right place. If you have been finding yourself spending a lot of time working on your website and posting to social media, but none of your efforts seem to be getting you any clients, you're in the right place. If you don't know where to find your clients, let alone how to have your ideal clients come to you who already know you and want to work with you, you're in the right place. If you are ready to get off the feast and famine cash flow roller coaster and create consistent recurring revenue for your business right now. This training is for you if you want to run your business from anywhere in the world. It's for you if you want to build an online presence that attracts the right kind of clients to you, people who feel soul aligned, clients who you love to work with. This is for you if you want to have an online sales system in place that gives you the freedom to work from anywhere in the world, even if that means from the comfort of your own jammies in your living room hanging out with your kids. This is for you if you have a burning desire to be of service and want to be rewarded abundantly for your genius and receive reliable monthly recurring revenue for your work, even if you love the work so much that you're doing that you would actually do it for free. And this is for you if you're ready to build a tribe of your first 1,000 soul-aligned fans, prospects, and clients, or add another 1,000 tribe member to your email list. Okay, so this presentation is focused on people that have expertise that want to be able to share their expertise online to reach global audiences and to be able to be rewarded or paid abundantly for this. Okay, this presentation is not for folks that are trying to start an online store or trying to start a business that has a physical location. Okay, we're focused on the easiest way to generate income online, and that is offering your expertise to other people who need it. So this virtual training is called the Lifestyle Freedom Formula, and we're going to look at how to attract your tribe, lead your tribe, and to ignite a movement. So in this presentation, we're going to cover who is your soul tribe exactly. And your soul tribe is not your target market. It's not your target customer based on your niche. Okay, so it's much deeper than that. And the feeling of working with somebody who's a part of your soul tribe is so much more different. We're going to cover the #1 most important step that you must take to start attracting your global soul tribe right now. We're going to look at the top 3 mistakes that keep purpose-driven entrepreneurs overwhelmed, exhausted, and struggling to make money. We're going to look at the secret to creating a connection that your tribe truly and deeply craves. We're going to I'm going to give you an overview of the 6-part end-to-end system that I use to attract soul-aligned clients. So I don't have to go out and hustle for clients at networking events. I don't have to host workshops and try to fill those workshops because, frankly, I like to be in foreign countries, and a lot of those times in the countries I like to be in, really the local population doesn't speak English, and then sometimes there is a big disparity in terms of what the locals make and what I'm used to making, and so a local person could not actually afford the fees that I charge. So I'm going to talk to you about the power of geo arbitrage, which is essentially you are able to earn income in a prosperous Western economy in Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, the United States, Germany, if you will, just the first, quote unquote, first world or the developed Western nations. You can serve clients that in countries that pay you more, where people earn more, and then you can arbitrage your income so that you can live a fantastic lifestyle in another part of the world where the dollar or the euro or the British pound or the Canadian dollar is going to go so much further, and that's a wonderful way to live. And then I'm going to share with you my favorite easy-to-use tool to build a lucrative online sales system in minutes. And then I'm going to share with you also how big a tribe that you need to build in order to have a six-figure business. Okay? And then I just want to share with you that for those of you who are so committed to learning this, I've got 2 gifts for you that you'll receive at the end of this training. So stick around until the very end. So just to let you know, before we just give you a little bit of teaser, bonus number 1 is for everyone who stays until the end of the training, and that's my gift on how to create that irresistible connection your client craves. So I'm going to talk about what that is, and I'm going to give you a tool that will allow you to create that in a short and effective amount of time. And then bonus number 2 is going to be for some of you, and we have only a limited number of these available, so you want to make sure that you have fast fingers. Okay, so I'm so deeply passionate about today's training because 12 years ago, wow, time sure flies. I had a dream inspired by a life-changing experience with shamans in the Brazilian Amazon that I would be fulfilling my divine purpose, making my living online with the freedom and flexibility to make any place I chose my home. Now, I had absolutely no idea how to fulfill that mission because at that time, the only thing that I could do online was to send email. What I didn't know was that I needed more than 2 weeks vacation time to travel to Brazil on a regular basis. I also knew that I needed to generate a consistent, increasing income online in a way that was equal, to my skills, experience, and also allowed me to challenge my mind. And then I knew beyond a doubt that I wanted to live life completely on my own terms. So I could direct the, course of my life. I could choose what journeys I wanted to be a part of. And there would never be some type of limitation on what I can do for how long and where. Okay. So as I've been following my purpose, incredible opportunities, mentors, and allies have entered my life to help me create a purposeful livelihood that supports my mission. That journey led me to an exhilarating career in a billion-dollar technology company that is a pioneer in corporate social responsibility. As a corporate internet marketer, I grew my employer's in-house search engine optimization department from the ground up and led 6-figure social media campaigns that created industry-wide buzz for product groups that generate millions in annual revenue. Currently, I work for myself. I'm an internet marketing mentor to visionary entrepreneurs and changemakers, and I help social entrepreneurs, sustainable brands, and conscious business owners increase their online visibility, grow their audience, and attract their customers. I provide online business coaching and done-for-you services. I help my clients build their audience, and I also create the websites and the web pages to help them do that. So I'm going to share with you some of the breakthroughs that my clients have experienced implementing the systems that I teach and the results that they received. So while I enjoy the freedom of a location-independent business, a lot of people find it amazing that I get to change countries when I feel like it. And I can tell you, it hasn't always been that easy. So life as a digital nomad did start off as an exhilarating adventure, but I suffered from the #1 challenge that self-employed service professionals struggle with, that is feast and famine cycles of client work. My clients were word of mouth. My consulting gigs were custom projects. At any given time, I had one main client providing the bulk of my earnings and smaller projects that came and went. I went through feast or famine periods where I had either no income or I had so much work I could barely keep up. And the inconsistent cash flow was really stressful. I take all kinds of jobs just to keep the income coming in. My business was precarious because most of my income was from my main client, and I didn't have a 6-part end-to-end system in place that allowed me to attract a steady stream of leads and prospects that I could then convert into clients. So when people talk to me about the kind of lifestyle I have, okay, I often get really common questions. So I want to be sure that I answer these questions for you as well. So, one of most of these questions really focus around how do you build a sustainable online consulting business? Okay, sustainable, that is like one that is resilient and not, being pummeled by the feast and famine cycles of unpredictable client work. And so common questions that I get are, what do I sell? Who is my client? Where are my clients? How do I attract my ideal clients? How do I attract a steady stream of ideal clients online? How do I offer services that bring in a monthly recurring revenue? So what I can say is all those questions can be answered by your tribe. Okay, so what you're going to need to do to have those answers come to you with more ease and grace, okay, is going to be for you to build your tribe first, then sell to your tribe what it is that they really want. It's that simple. And the biggest, one of the a common situation that I find experts, especially multi-passionate experts, trapped in is that they often, because these questions are, cycling in their minds, it's hard to move forward because you don't know what you want to offer, since you have many things that you could offer and you're really passionate about all those things. And then it can create a lot of analysis by paralysis, where you're struggling with these questions and you try to build something, but then you don't have an audience to sell that thing that you're building to. And it can be a huge consumption of time, energy, and money. And then by the end of it, let's say you do build something or create a program or product, you're still really haven't left square one because you don't have an audience to market your product to. So it's actually, and I've spent a lot of time exploring the chicken or egg scenario. What do you do? Do you create the product first, or do you create the audience first? And I'm a firm believer of creating the audience first. So you have to know, what audience you want to create, and that audience, that tribe, is always going to be with you. So if you decide that you want to offer a different product or a different service, you can do that, and you can still sell that product or service or program to the same community of people who know, like, and trust you. Okay, so what I can say is, when you build a business without a tribe, it's really, really hard. That's because you're creating in an isolated silo. You don't have accurate market research. You don't know if anybody will buy what you create. Maybe you try to do some market research. You ask your friends and family, would you buy this product? Well, that is a terrible way to do market research. And I see this happen a lot because your friends and family want to support you. So they might, go through your digital product that you created and be like, oh, it's so great. I learned so much. But the truth is, they're going to get really tired if you keep trying to sell to your friends and family, because they're not really your ideal client. Your ideal client are, people that really need the solution that you offer. And so you need to be able to offer something that they're going to be eager to open up their wallets and buy. And that's not your friends and family. So the key is, you want to build a tribe first, and then see and test by seeing how many people buy your product, how many people, how your product is actually going to do in the market. So, really, that's what I would suggest that you do. Do not build a product first. Do not try to beta test your product with your friends and family. It's going to be a big exercise in frustration, because your true market is going to behave very differently from this. So if you build your audience of soul-aligned fans, prospects, and clients first, you can then ask them what it is that they want your support in resolving, and then sell them the solution. It's really a 4-step process. Okay, so this is the conceptual foundation, and then I'm going to share with you the 6-step system. Okay, so you want the foundation first, and then you want to implement the system. Okay, so the foundation is, you first want to identify who your tribe actually is. Okay. What thoughts are they thinking? What's their, heart's deepest desire? What problems are they struggling with? You want to get really clear about who your ideal client avatar is. Demographics and psychographics. Write down a detailed description of your ideal client's life from the moment that person wakes up to the moment that they go to bed. And this is so important. And I see people not do this all the time. And so when you don't get clear about who the person is that you're serving, then you're building your business and trying to offer products and services is going to be like a moving target. Okay, so sit down and get really clear. And I'm going to also say that your ideal client avatar might change over time. For example, as you get to serve more and more people, you're going to find that your favorite client type might be a certain kind of person. Okay, so, my favorite client type, my ideal client type, I've discovered over time is somebody who is deeply committed to making a lasting positive change in the world. Okay, they want to be part of they want to be a catalyst for the shift that this planet urgently needs to make, the shift that humanity urgently needs to make in order to have a thriving, sustainable, spiritually fulfilling and socially just human presence on this planet. That is the mission or the vision of the Pachamama Alliance. I fully stand by that vision, and so I tend to work the best with other people that share that vision. Okay, so as you start to work with more clients, you will discover that your ideal client avatar is going to get more refined. So it's not going to be like a one time and you're done process. It's going to be an evolving process. Okay, then you want to find your tribe. Okay, you need to figure out where your soul tribe actually hangs out. So before you build anything, this is so important. Before you build anything, especially the 6-part system that I'm going to teach you today, you need to figure out where your tribe hangs out. Because if you have an idea about where your tribe hangs out and you cannot figure out where it is that they do hang out, or maybe you have this very specific tribe, but there aren't a lot of places where they hang out, then maybe that the people that you are wanting to serve is just such a small group of people that it's going to be hard to build a viable business serving them. Okay, so you need to figure out where your tribe hangs out before you build anything. So so you need to make a list of all the places where people match your ideal client profile congregate. This can include Facebook groups and fan pages. This could be email. They could hang out. They could be hanging out on the email list of industry influencers in your niche. Maybe there are online communities, forums, and private social networks that they belong to. Perhaps they are regular readers of certain blogs and news sites like Business Insider or Huffington Post. Perhaps those people are researching the solution to their problems by typing in keywords in Google. So maybe they go to specific conferences, meetups, networking events. Make a list of those top 100 places where your tribe hangs out. And if you're having trouble with finding those places, then it may be that you need to reassess whether this is if this is a big enough tribe for you. Okay, because you need to be able to get in front of those people. And if you cannot get in front of those people because there aren't that many places to get in front of, then it's going to be hard for you to market your business and to build your business. Okay. You also want to be able to attract your tribe. Okay, you want to attract your tribe. Once you know where your tribe hangs out, you want to attract these people who match your ideal client profile. Notice I didn't say get clients. Okay, because this can feel pushy to the prospective client, but also feel weird and aggressive if you're a purpose-driven, heart-centered entrepreneur. Okay, so people who are, motivated by love, people who are more heart-centered and not head-centered, going out to get clients just feels just a little bit too sleazy, aggressive, whatever. So I know that a lot of people are uncomfortable doing this. I know I'm uncomfortable doing this because I like to be the magnet that attracts people. I like people to know who I am, what my expertise is, and then if it feels like a fit, they're going to come forward to me. And I've set up a platform for myself where I can enjoy that benefit. And so I want to share that with you, because you can do that too. So you do want to get in front of your ideal clients. In other words, position yourself in these places where they hang out, and then offer something that attracts your ideal clients to you. What this typically looks like is a free offer that is extremely compelling to a person who matches your ideal client profile and utterly uninteresting to anybody else. Okay, so your free offer needs to be exchanged for the email address of your ideal client. So what I don't suggest, I mean, this can be effective for, getting people onto discovery session calls. So let's say you have a free call that you offer, or free, session that you offer. Okay. There are a lot of online calendar systems where you can get that person to come to show up for a call, but they're not getting added to your email list. Okay, and so if you're not getting added to your email list, if the person is not opting into your email list, then you do not technically have the right to email them. You could certainly, get their, take their email address from the online calendar system and manually add it, but that's actually technically considered spam, because they did not opt in. They did not sign. You could get a clipboard and get an email newsletter sign up document, print that out and have people write in their name and email, that is considered to be opt-in. But for you to add somebody who signed up for a discovery session call to your email newsletter manually, that's not okay. That is in violation of CAN-SPAM laws, and you could get fined quite a significant amount of money if somebody got really upset about that. So don't do that manually. Don't collect business cards and add people to your email list because you went to a networking event and have like 70 cards at the end of it. That's also spam. Okay, so free gift. If you set it up correctly, you have a page that allows people to opt in for your free gift, for your free guide, your free PDF download, ebook, whatever it is. And in exchange, they will, enter their name and email address, and then they'll be able to be added to your email list, and then they get the item. So in other words, your ideal prospect needs to opt into your email list in order to get the free gift. That's how you build your email list of ideal fans, prospects, and clients. And when you have an email list, you can continue to cultivate a relationship with your audience, offering value, building trust, and making sales. Okay, then you want to lead your tribe. That's step 4. So once you've attracted your ideal fans, prospects, and clients onto your email list, you now want to lead them on a journey towards their heart's deepest desire. You do this by creating a journey of deepening value where you provide more in-depth solutions to the problems that they're struggling with and take them closer to the golden result that they crave. That's where the 6-part online sales system really starts to kick in and work its magic. If you set it up correctly, you'll get leads going into the system from one end and clients and money coming out from the other end. So we're going to take a look at each piece of the system and how it's supposed to work in a minute. So before we hop into some of the biggest challenge that keeps purpose-driven entrepreneurs overwhelmed, exhausted, and struggling to make money, I'd like to pause for a moment and ask you, what are your biggest challenges right now? Please type them into the chat box. Okay, so the top 3 mistakes that keep purpose-driven entrepreneurs overwhelmed, exhausted, and struggling to make money are this. Mistake number 1 is not building a tribe. And so not building a tribe looks like several things. Not prioritizing building your email list. Okay, a lot of people think that their tribe includes their Facebook fans or, the Facebook friends or the Twitter following, all of those things. But, frankly, I like to look at social media as your reach. but your email list is your true tribe. And that's because only 2% of anybody in your social networks actually see your update. So think about it. They need to be in front of a device while at the moment that you make your update. So if they're not in front of their phone or their computer, or if you don't get a lot of engagement on your update, then people are not going to see it show up in their news feed. Okay, so email, on the other hand, ends up going to the person's inbox, and people check their email multiple times a day. They check it from their phones, they check it from their computers, their desktops, and their laptops. So building your email list is really what you want to prioritize. Also, another problem is not building your email list with the right people, growing a social media following, and not getting those followers to join your list. Okay, so building an email list with the right people is critical, because if you have the wrong people on your email list, let's say you had one kind of business and then you built an email list around that business, and then you decide to start a new kind of business and you're now marketing your new business to the email list of your old business, well, that's not a match. That's not, you now have a disconnect between your message and your market, and then that's not going to result in very good sales. So you want to build an email list with the right people. So if you're starting a business with a new audience, then you're going to have to build a brand new email list. Okay, and then when you grow a social media following and not get those followers to join your email list, that's a huge amount of time and energy that you're wasting. And so I see a lot of people that come to me, they're like, okay, well, how do I get the people who have engaged in my Facebook update to opt in and to buy what it is I'm offering? It doesn't work that way. Facebook engagement is great, you get more visibility, but people, they don't buy that way. They don't opt in that way. You're spending a lot of time, and it might feel like it's quote unquote social proof, but it's not actually doing anything to build your business. If you want to build your business through Facebook, for example, it's much better for you to advertise, use the Facebook advertising platform, and send out a free gift download to your audience, rather than trying to get a bunch of people to engage on a post. Okay, so that's the way that building your audience on Facebook actually works. So growing a social media following, getting a lot of engagement on your following, getting a lot of people to like your photos and all of that kind of stuff, that's not going to help you if you're doing it on your personal profile. Some of those things will help increase your reach if you're doing that on your Facebook page, but unless you have Facebook tracking pixels implemented, so that you're building a custom audience from all the people that are interacting with your posts and hitting your landing pages and hitting your website from your Facebook fan page, that's a lot of energy that is wasted, that you could be leveraging towards building a custom audience, which would allow you to better target your Facebook advertising campaign and to save money, to get a better conversion rate, and to get a better cost per lead and cost per sale. So now, one common issue that I see a lot of people doing is I see a lot of people spending time blogging and building up web traffic, but there's no opt-in box on their website, no free gift to ethically bribe a person to join the newsletter. Now, many bloggers and content creators get that traffic is an important part of the online business building quest, but they totally overlook the part about capturing leads and building their list. I can't even tell you how often I still see this issue. And it's an issue that results in a lot of lost opportunities for people who are actively building up a presence online. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the ROI when it comes to all the different advertising and marketing channels that are available to people who are trying to build an online business. Okay, so if you can see, like based on this chart, this was created by Neil Patel, who is a young, brilliant serial entrepreneur who is, I think, the co-founder of Kissmetrics. He was a founder of Crazy Egg. He knows his stuff. Okay, when they did their analysis on what kind of return on investment they were getting per dollar spent, they found that email was generating $40 per dollar spent in advertising. So think about that. Let's see. Yeah. So and social media, like organic social media, isn't even here. Okay, another big problem is that I see a lot of people building their tribe far too slowly. And what this can look like is posting your free offer into Facebook groups or building your email list one 10 to 20 person workshop at a time. Okay, so let me give you an example. My client Nita offers detox cleanses and fertility coaching. She learned about packaging her expertise into online programs and how to deliver webinars that would be an educational marketing tool to get people excited about her programs. But she was having a really hard time getting anybody to register for her webinars. So she had the webinar training, she had the coaching and to be able to package and price her programs. So she had all of that set up, but she couldn't get people through the front door. And so if people don't register for her webinars, they're not going to discover why her program is going to help them solve their problems, and they're not going to join her program. So when I asked her how she was marketing her business, she told me that she would give live talks and promote her webinar into Facebook groups that had only a couple hundred members. Now, when we looked at the numbers for one of the last webinars she tried to market that way, she had a really high conversion rate. When you look at it, like for the number of people that came out of a Facebook group of 200 people, she had, I don't know, like a handful of people register. And that ended up being a pretty high conversion rate of, I think, I don't know, like 20–30%, something like that. But because the population in the group was so small, that wasn't enough people to make hosting the webinar worth their time, because people register for webinars and then they don't show up. So it's really a numbers game, right? So when I worked with her on helping her to launch her own online sales system, she grew her list to 3,000 people. She grew her list to 3,000 people after that campaign, and she enrolled 4 private clients immediately after the launch. Okay, so this is Nita right here. So she has fertility training and holistic fertility coaching, and then she offers training programs that allow people to really connect with, to have a more holistic living lifestyle, to detox themselves in the process, and to be able to be more fertile, so that they can embark on a thriving journey of motherhood. Okay. So mistake number 3 is building a product, program, or website and hoping that the clients will come. Build it and they will come is probably the #1 time, energy, and money-wasting piece of advice you can follow, especially in the world of online business. Websites, online courses, products can take some time to create. I see entrepreneurs get bogged down by the traditional website build for months, agonizing over the colors, the branding, the writing and rewriting their website copy, getting the website to work, churning out blog articles. And then once the process is complete, they launch to crickets because they have no traffic. If you have no visitors to your website or product sales page, you aren't going to you aren't going to earn any money. So let me give you another example. Okay. Shirley Joy Weiss had a client attracting website that was full of content, but it wasn't bringing her any paying clients. So she implemented her sales system, and when she created her sales funnel, she grew her list to 1,300 people, which it wasn't that huge, but she enrolled 22 students into her program and made $40,000 off the back end. Okay, so that's how lucrative these systems can be. It doesn't involve having to build a traditional website and to spend all this time blogging. That is an old model that really no longer works that well, and it never worked very well at all for small businesses and solopreneurs. It worked great for SMBs, and the traditional definition of SMBs are companies that are much larger than your solopreneur or mom and pop shop. Companies that might have like 10 employees and an annual revenue of $1 million or more, and budgets of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, so those kinds of companies can create these content fire hose websites. Big companies, big corporations can do that. But if you are a self-employed professional, you don't have the budget or the time to do that. You can spend all your time creating content and not attract a single client whatsoever. Okay, so what is the lifestyle freedom formula? Okay, so the 6 steps that you need to attract your tribe, travel the world, and do what you want. Okay, so I want to share with you a sales system that allows you to really run your business from anywhere in the world. That's the freedom in it. You get to run your business on your own terms. You get to run your business from your living room. You get to run your business while you are visiting friends, or you are in another country. Okay, so the freedom to pick up and go is a beautiful freedom to have. Okay, this doesn't necessarily mean that you are not going to work. It's just going to, the money's, you can kick back on the beach and the money's going to start flowing into your bank account. It does take some time to get to that place. Okay, so it may not happen for you right away. Okay, but it can happen. It can happen where you go away on vacation for a month and then you come back from vacation not working and you've got $100,000 in your bank account. My business coach was telling us, in the retreat that we had just yesterday, in fact, about 2 times where that happened for her, where she went away and took the entire month of July off and then came back and there was like tens of thousands of dollars of checks in her mailbox and $100,000 in her bank account. So it can certainly happen for people, and but it requires some mastery of the system. Okay, so it's not like a push button thing where it's magic and it instantly works. This is an effective strategy for people that are truly committed to having business and life on their own terms. Okay, so the beauty of this formula is that you can use this formula for both online and offline marketing endeavors. So what this looks like is step number 1, creating that client craving freebie, otherwise known as the lead magnet. Okay, this is level 1 of the system, and level 1 is getting people interested, interested people who match your ideal client profile to connect with you by joining your email list. This is typically a PDF guide or 7 to 20 page ebook that gives a high level, top level 40,000 foot view of how to solve the problem that your ideal client is struggling with. It might be a top 10 tips guide or 3 mistakes advisory. Whatever it is, it's short, it's easily scanned, and it gives your ideal client instant gratification that they've made a definitive step towards solving their main problem. Okay? Step number 2, or level 2 of the system, is your low-cost, high-value gateway solution, aka your Tripwire product. Now, Tripwire is a term, it's kind of like a military or army, like war term. I don't know, like how I feel about that, but basically you might hear that it's referred to as a tripwire in the internet marketing industry, but essentially what it is, it's a low-cost product that is a deeper dive into how your ideal client can find a lasting transformational solution. It might look like an online course or video training. It needs to be strategically designed to be a no-brainer add-on to the free gift. It is priced also at a no-brainer low price, usually between $7 and $20. You are not going to get rich off this product. This low-cost, high-value product is designed to cover the cost of your paid advertising campaign and web production costs. So if you break even on your advertising, you are in a wonderful, awesome place. The Tripwire product also beautifully separates your email list into 2 categories: leads, the freebie seekers, and your qualified and your prospects. Okay, I'm sorry, your customers, or your qualified prospects for your high-end offer. In any case, they are your customers because they actually did purchase a product, they purchased a low-cost product, and they might be qualified to invest in your high-end program. Okay, so that's what the Tripwire does. It's also called a self-liquidating offer. The level 3 of your system is transformational virtual training. Okay. In other words, your webinar that converts. This training is an opportunity to educate and enroll your ideal prospects and clients to working with you at a much deeper level. Sometimes your ideal client doesn't know that they have a specific problem and needs to be educated that they have the problem and what that solution is. This is really common with health-related issues. So my client, Grace, is an expert in leaky gut syndrome, but a lot of her ideal clients didn't know they had this problem. They might, people that she was trying to reach, could be suffering from a wide range of of symptoms that sometimes look contradictory. So leaky gut could create, constipation as well as diarrhea, and people, would often also experience cramping or fatigue or gas and bloating or, low energy and depression. So there's a whole slew of ailments that come from leaky gut syndrome. And so it becomes very difficult to diagnose. Often people think they have something else, like a parasite or, who knows. But in any case, she needs to educate people that had those symptoms, but didn't know that they had leaky gut syndrome, okay? So that's an example of why you need to offer a transformational virtual training. Okay, level 4 is your soul shifting discovery session that sells. Okay, and the reason why I like to call it soul shifting is this is not just like an informational, meet and greet. Okay, especially for those of you that are transformational coaches or healers. Heart-based consultants, people that really see themselves as transformational or visionary. What you want to accomplish in this session is an experience of breakthrough. Okay, it's not where somebody kind of gets on the call with you and gets your, what do you offer and, how much does it cost and all of that. You want to actually lead them to clarity, lead the person to clarity, lead the person to see that there is a way out of their predicament and allow them to feel that a solution is close at hand, or they can experience a breakthrough in the moment that you have the call. Okay, so the purpose of this call is to help your ideal prospect get clear as to what it is that they truly want, and for you to provide that step-by-step plan to get to their goals. It's also an opportunity for you, as well as your prospective client, to assess whether working together truly feels like a fit. And I like to determine fit by full body ecstatic yes. If there's a kind of like a so-so, or, I don't really feel inspired to work with this person, or the person on the call is like, holding back and, doesn't really feel like, feel really deeply connected to you, then it's probably not a great fit. And so if it's not a great fit, then your working together is going to be a lot more challenging and there's going to be a lot more resistance. When you feel full body ecstatic yes on both sides, then both of you can now become allies to work towards your client getting to the destination that they truly want to reach, which is the fulfillment of their deepest desires. Okay, if you don't have a great fit, then there might be some struggle and resistance, and it's going to be harder for you to lead that person to what it is that they truly want. Level 5 is your irresistible sales offer. Okay, if working together feels like a full body ecstatic yes, then the next level is to invite the person to work with you at a deeper level. This might be an invitation to join your group program or to work with you on a private one-to-one basis. Okay, so one of the challenges that I see a lot of people who really absolutely love what it is that they do and are experts in what it is that they that are experts in their fields, often there's a tendency to treat these discovery sessions as like free coaching calls. Okay, and then you don't actually make an offer at the end. Or let's say you go to, do a webinar presentation or a workshop, and you don't actually invite people to step into a program that is going to help them. Okay, then it doesn't really, help you build your business, but most importantly, it doesn't allow the people that came to you to experience the transformation that they came to receive. They still have a problem, and they're not going to be able to solve that problem on their own, even with the information that you provided. Okay, because some problems are very complex and it requires being held and fully supported by another individual to achieve that transformation. And that transformation is not going to happen if you do not make an offer or an invitation to join you in working on the solution in a much deeper way. Level 6 is your email engagement campaign. Your email campaign is the glue that holds each of these levels together. These are the emails that alert your community members that a deeper level of support is available to them and that they can participate at any time. This is because we're really busy with our modern lives and people can easily not progress to the next level. They want to buy your $7 product, but then the phone rings. They only catch half of your webinar. They watch the webinar, but need to check their calendar before booking a session, and then life gets busy and they forget. So create these 6 pieces and you have a complete online sales system that you can use when giving a live workshop. So let's say you're giving a live workshop and you have your invitation, your call to action. And your call to action could be a twofold call to action. Number one is get the free report, so go sign up now, or, do a text to lead thing where you can text a certain word to a particular number, and then they can sign up for your email list that way, or you can just show them on your presentation screen what address they need to go to get their gift. And then you could also make a discovery session call to action as well, where you invite people to get on a call with you to discover whether or not with the system that you offer or the solution that you offer is a fit for them. Okay, so that would be how you would use the 6-step formula in a live event. So once the person is through the gateway, then they, get taken into your funnel, and you can maintain a relationship with them and keep offering value. Okay, so if you wanted to do this in an online way, a very popular way and a way that I work with clients on implementing is through Facebook ads. So my agency builds Facebook advertising funnels, and so essentially then clients buy the Facebook traffic, and then that traffic goes into the funnel, and then they get taken through the system and clients come out on the other end. So when you have a system like this in place, that is the true key to freedom, because this type of online system, when you're running traffic to it, can attract ideal fans, prospects, and clients 24/7. So here is a visual representation of that system. Notice how it looks like a funnel. People, it's often in the industry referred to as a marketing funnel, a sales funnel, or an advertising funnel. But essentially you've got, traffic, a lot of traffic that comes in, and then only some of that traffic will actually get the free gift. And then from there, only some of that traffic will actually go buy the $7 self-liquidating offer. And then further down, only some of that traffic will actually sign up for your webinar. And then some of that traffic will end up on a discovery session call with you, where you might be able to, where you could offer your group program or your high-end program, whatever it is. It's a much deeper program, and they have an opportunity to step in. And then, at the end, like the tip of the iceberg is when you work with clients, repeat clients as well, because they've already worked with you. They're the easiest to enroll. So you keep re-enrolling. If you want to focus on re-enrolling your existing client base, that's the easiest way to generate income. So it's really a numbers game. So, let's say, you have 100 visitors, and in the marketing world, there is the 2% conversion rate rule. So 2% is not a real number. It's like a pretend number, but it's a pretend number only because, many marketers just need to have a number that they can use, and 2% is considered to be a great conversion rate, especially on cold traffic. So many business owners want to know what the conversion rates are for particular industries and channels, and this is really impossible to define. It depends on so many factors. Overall industry conversion rates, the average conversion rate for your particular marketing channel, and of course for your specific offer. So in absence of any concrete data, you can apply the 2% rule. So if your offer converts at 2%, which is considered to be great, then you can expect 2 leads for every 100 visitors. So using this formula, you can guesstimate how much traffic you need to go into your funnel in order to get the desired number of clients and revenue out the other end. So here is another visual representation of this system. Traffic can come in from many different sources. It's a really good idea to diversify your traffic sources so that you aren't relying on just Google or Facebook, but because at any given time, these 2 platforms can change their algorithm, and this can really disrupt your revenue if all your business actually depends on it. Okay, so let's take a look at Prema. So Prema, she essentially built a very lucrative Facebook advertising funnel that I set up for her. At the end of the funnel, so at the end of her campaign, she enrolled 7 high-end clients using Facebook funnels and made $49,000. Okay, so this is a fantastic way to enroll clients, and especially if you already have a list as well, because sometimes people take multiple touch points in order to finally step in and buy. So when you have a system in place, then you can remarket to your existing audience and also attract, brand new people into your funnel. So how big a tribe do you need to build a 6-figure business? So I shared with you some of the case studies from other entrepreneurs that I have worked with, and essentially what I have seen in this industry is that really, if you have the right people on your email list, you can build a 6-figure business from an email list that is 1,500 people. Okay, so you don't really need that big of a email list at all in order to build a 6-figure business. Okay, so if you already have other aspects of your system in place, so Nicole Moore is another client whose funnel I built, and she is a love coach, and so she's been building her email list through virtual summits, which is another type of online sales system. It also has the 6 steps, but those 6 steps look a little bit differently from a Facebook advertising funnel, for example. So when she added Facebook funnels to her business, she hit her first $100,000 month. Okay, so imagine booking $100,000 in sales in 1 month because you added an additional powerful marketing channel to your business. So I'd like to ask you to type your thoughts into the comments to the right of this video. What would it do for you if you could make $5,000 to $10,000 every time that you sent an email? Okay, so we're about at the end of the training, so I wanted to give you the tool that I give to my clients on how to create a lead magnet in a record amount of time. So this is an awesome tool. It's called the lead magnet generator. So just follow the steps in this document and you will be able to create your lead magnet very quickly. So there's no need to struggle with it for weeks or even months. Just go to entrepreneursforachange.com/lead magnet. And the next bonus, I'm offering 20 lifestyle business breakthrough sessions. I am on my way to Spain, so I don't have that many of these sessions available. So I can open up 20 spots on my calendar and then I'm taking off. So if you'd like to hop on a call with me, now is your time to do that. Down below this video, you'll see a button that says apply now. Okay, so you can click on that button and get taken to the application form and apply for your breakthrough session. So because I want to be able to offer these sessions to people who I genuinely can help, this is who this session is for. Okay, so this session, this session is for entrepreneurs who are expert-based entrepreneurs, people who are offering their expertise and getting paid for it. So it's for coaches, consultants, healers, therapists, anybody who gets paid for their wisdom. It's for you if you have a greater mission and purpose in the world and you wake up every day and you can't stop thinking about it. This is especially for you if you are dead serious about making a big impact in the world quickly. Bulletproofing your business from disaster. Busting through your income ceiling, especially if you have no idea why you've plateaued. This is great for if you've maxed out on the number of hours in the day that you can trade for dollars and you don't know how to generate more income doing what you're doing without burning out. This is for you if you're employed in a soul-sucking full-time job and want to transition to a business of your own, doing what you love with ease and grace. This is for you if you've been in business for at least a year and you're done struggling with inconsistent cash flow. This is for you if you've just started your business and are 100% committed to making money as quickly as possible. Who this is not for. This is not for people who are planning to give themselves years to get to the next level. So if you think that building a business to 6 figures and beyond is going to take you years, then this is not for you. Like, I'd rather ask for you to save the spot for somebody that's ready to take action now, because you can build a 6-figure business within the span of 6 months. Okay, if you get some support and you follow a proven system, you can absolutely do this. So the myth that it's going to take you years to get to 6 figures and beyond that's a limiting story, because I've seen people build 6-figure businesses within 6 to 12 months, and I know it's possible because that's what I did. After implementing one of these systems, I was able to generate 5 figures in monthly recurring revenue by month 6. Okay, and I was generating like 5,000 a month by month 3. So if I can do it, you can do that. This is not for you if you're not willing to invest time, energy, and money in yourself or in your business. Look, you are going to need cash to pay for software, services, and information. It's a business, not a hobby. Okay, if you're in business, business is about making money. It's not a charity. Okay, if you want to have your business be a hobby or quote unquote a jobby, then please allow one of these, do not go ahead and apply for this session, because I want to be of service to people that are serious about building their business. Okay, that's what my mission is to be able to be the biggest transformation I can be in the world by helping transformational business owners. This is not for you if you want to eke along as long as possible on free and cheap. Okay, free and cheap is going to keep you stuck for a very long time. Okay, a lot of these systems that work quickly for entrepreneurs require some investment. For example, Facebook ads you need an advertising spend on that. And a meaningful advertising spend on Facebook ads is going to look like about $1,000 a month. Okay, and then if you don't know what you're doing with Facebook advertising, you're going to have to hire somebody to help you be your campaign manager so that you're not throwing your money down the toilet. And so a campaign manager can easily cost you about $1,000 a month as well. So just as a reality check here, if you're serious about your business, free and cheap is not going to get you very far. And this isn't for you if you think that nothing works. So if you are a fit, I'll extend an invitation to work with me. And so, how this is going to work is we're going to have a lifestyle business breakthrough session. I'm going to sit down with you, get an understanding of what it is that you would like to build in your business and in your life. And then I'm going to offer you a custom plan on how to get there. And then if it happens to be a fit and there's an interest and opportunity and it feels like a full body ecstatic yes to work together, then I'll extend an invitation to work with me more closely and join one of my programs. Okay? So you can go directly to attractyourtribeandtravel.com/discovery to apply for your discovery session right now, or simply below this video box in the broadcast room, you will see a button. Just click on that button below the video and hop over and sign up for your session now. All right, thank you so much, and I hope this presentation was useful to you.